Welcome back to Après on Aspen 82. Very excited to be joined by a fashion icon, an entrepreneur, and a guy that does a little snowboarding and skating and surfing as well, Shaun White. Shaun, how are you? Good to see you.
Good, thanks for having me.
Back in Aspen, X Games. This event has been a big part of your life for a long time. How are you approaching it this year?
Similar to the seasons before, I did a bit of training up in Calgary. It's been a strange season where there wasn't snow and now it's just dumping snow. So the only half pipes in North America right now were Copper Mountain and up in Calgary, Canada. So I was up there training, getting ready, and I'm pumped though. It's been a lot of stuff on the front end too. I did a lot of work with the new trainer, and I got a physical therapist that's helping me. A lot of things I wasn't doing before, so I feel actually better than I've been in a long time.
That's awesome. Let's talk about that a little bit, because it's one thing when you're a teenager and you can just bounce back from everything. You don't have to think about nutrition or fitness.
Yeah.
How are you approaching snowboarding and the physical side of it now that you're progressing in your career?
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds way better than you turn 30. Progressing in your career, I'll take it. No, it's good. No, to be honest, it wasn't really the turning 30 thing. I just thought, wow, like why not do a favor to myself and really kind of put in the work? Because before, if you think about it, like working out wasn't cool. I don't think it is cool still. It's just kind of like it is what it is, but it's more socially accepted now. Everybody's on Instagram posting videos of working out and training, being healthy, fitness, these things. So I think society in general is like it's okay and cool to be an athlete and working out and those things. So that kind of hit me, and then I got really inspired by watching this tennis documentary. It was Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe, and it talked about Bjorn's training and all these things, and how he woke up early. And he didn't wake up early. Someone woke him up, someone hit the balls with him, someone helped him stretch, and I realized that I didn't have that kind of support, and I went out and found it for myself, and the benefits have been amazing. I think it's definitely going to prolong my career, and I'm seeing results. Like last season, I broke an old record actually from X Games. A 24-foot air out of the half pipe was the old world record, and now I went 26 feet. My first hit in Vail at the Open, so at the Burton U.S. Open. So yeah, these things kind of are really coming into play, and then my mental well-being as well. When you work out, you're happier, you're lighter, you're accomplishing things even off the hill. So it's kind of like even while I'm home, I'm feeling like I'm getting things done, and my head's in the game. So it's nice.
It's nice to wake up and feel fresh.
Yeah,
I'm just learning that lesson too. It's like you can't just drink this all the time. Wake up and feel good.
I was like, this guy, what is this happening?
So you have the great team around you now personally.
Yeah.
Talk about some of the camaraderie you find when you are out there on the super pipe in the competition, because I know it's something that you love and have really thrived on growing up.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, snowboarding's an amazing sport. I mean, it's so based on your vibe, your attitude, the music you listen to, the way you approach things, and it shows in your riding. And that's the beautiful part of it, is the fact that like it doesn't matter how hard I go to the gym, I still have to go to the mountain and create. It's a very inspired sport, so I have to come up with a new trick that no one else is doing, or do something that somebody's done, but make it so unique that it's now my trick. And get points for that, and so that's how I find the sport's really amazing. And then the characters within the sport, I mean, I love it. Everybody's, we're friends on a certain level. There's a respect, and now that just like working out's cool, it's okay to want to win. So everybody's kind of they want to win, and it's out there, it's in the open, and it's a much better atmosphere. So
that's awesome. Yeah. You're bringing some of that camaraderie and the creativity now to Air and Style. Let's talk about this event, what you're bringing to that, and what people can look forward to next month in LA.
Yeah, LA, it'll be February 18th and 19th at the Coliseum in Expo Park. It's amazing. I mean, to be honest, the snowboarding side's all time. We've got Stahle, McMorris, all the heavy hitters, and we got the 16-story big air jump, and then we have just as massive music lineup. We have Flume, Major Lazer, YG, TV on the radio. All these amazing bands coming to perform, and then there's all these other activities that you can do. You can learn to ride, you can go, all sorts of interaction to do, but it's great. And to be honest, like when we launched it, the first year was a mess. I'll be honest, like we were trying out venues. We're explaining to the city of Los Angeles, like, they're like, what is it? We're like, it's a jump, it's a snowboard. They're like, what do you mean? They're like, where? What's it made out of? I'm like, snow. We got to make the snow. And so it was definitely a lot of hurdles to clear, but now we're gaining momentum. The numbers are going up. The attendance is amazing. And I'm just so proud to see something that I've kind of like had the idea, we put in the time, and now it's really like blossoming into this thing, and it's got a life of its own. You know, we sent out, there's like some merch and things we sent out to people. But it's cool. You see the artists are like wearing them on the street, and they're like, check it out. Like, I'm going and I'm pumped, and it feels so unique. And
it's such a cool convergence of the music side and the sports side.
Yeah, and there's so many music festivals that pop up every single day, but this is truly, you can say it's different from every other festival because of the sport component and that kind of atmosphere that brings. And then the camaraderie between the artists and the musicians the athletes and the musicians is so funny. Like, we had Steve Aoki, and he was just dying to hit the jump. He's like, can I meet McMorris? Can I meet this guy? And then like all of those guys are like, can I go meet Steve? And it's just really cool to bring everybody together and have that kind of, respect and mutual kind of admiration for each other.
And it's great exposure for the sport because you're not in a mountain town.
You're not.
You're in downtown LA. You can take this to different cities around the world and really expose snowboarding to people that might not otherwise see it.
Yeah, and you forget it's a tour. I mean, we obviously do one in China, Beijing at the Bird's Nest, and then we make our way to Austria, in Innsbruck, Austria, and then Los Angeles is the last stop. And I have plans to grow this to be about a 6 to 7 stop tour in the future. And but it's amazing. These athletes go and compete, and every single stop's different. So we get local artists as well as outside talent, and then we even get some local snowboarders, people to come ride. So every single time you do it, it's really curated by the area that it's in. And really big moves we made. We changed venues in Austria, which doubled our numbers, more attendance, more interaction, better time. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's like something that I work on, and it's really great.
And something else you're working on, White Space.
Oh, White Space.
Let's talk about the label. Obviously, you're a big fan of fashion.
This is my shirt.
Yeah, we got White Space here. How did you break into this? What kind of piqued your interest in getting into the world of fashion?
You know, it's something I've been doing for quite some time. It sounds strange, but when I was younger, I got offered a pro model snowboard. And I was like, well, you got to pick your art. How does it ride? All these details. From there, that grew into like a snowboard boot, then a helmet, then a jacket, then a pair of pants, and it grew into this whole line that I have with Burton, and that was the real inspiration. And then we realized making snowboard clothing is so hard. The functionality, the storm-resistant panels, and the wind, the water's got to flick off of it, and so making apparel is so much easier. It's just there's only so many ways to do a T-shirt. But we started a boys line at Target, and the thing that was amazing about the line is that it fit that niche at that time. And obviously, we just said I turned 30. A couple years ago, it dawned on me that all the fans that bought that clothing and were supportive of me are now grown up and the same age as me, and it just felt like the right time to evolve and step up and do something more age appropriate. I still love making the clothes for the boys, and we don't do it right now. I think we'll do it in the future under the White Space label, but we now do a men's line at Macy's, and it's awesome. We shoot the catalog, we shoot the videos, we make the clothing, we source the fabrics. Like, it's really fun, and it's our thing, I say our because I have a designer in New York that helps me. He actually came from the Target thing. I took him with me. But it's great, and it's that ownership that makes it feel real, and I think the sales are great because of that. People know I had a hand in it. So.
That's so cool, and I want to talk about and congratulate you for being named an ambassador for CFDA this year, and I saw that you were at the menswear shows. Talk about the Fashion Week experience, and you're coming from kind of the crazy action sports event world. That is a crazy, insane world as well. What was your takeaway from the Fashion Week?
It's a trip. I'll be honest. It's what you make it. To be honest, you get to pick the shows that you go to. You can go to the high level ones, or you can go to more the underground, not as well known guys. But for me, it was inspiring. You see all aspects of the men's fashion, and for men's fashion to have its own kind of setup like that's really great. The women's is so big, and it's such a huge thing, and now men's is really taking off. And it felt appropriate time for me to be there as well. I was launching my line with Macy's. I've done so much with Burton, other avenues, and it was a trip, but I definitely I saw some things that I wasn't so into. I saw some things I was really into, and
some inspiration.
Yeah, who's it? Tim Copens. Really, awesome. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Amazing designer. Really great guy. But you see some great things. You get inspired, and it just felt nice to belong in that space. I wasn't just there to be seen. I wanted to be there for a reason, and I had my reason, so it was great.
Very cool. Something else you're a part of is a lot of nonprofit work, giving back specifically to the younger generations. How are you involved right now, and why is that something that's important for you as you continue to progress in your career? I won't say get older.
No, thank you. Might have to have a sip of this. No, to be honest, it's great. I mean, to be in a position to affect change or to do something for someone else, I mean, it's a very humbling position to be in. I've done a lot with Make-A-Wish, and I've done a lot with St. Jude Hospital. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, I should say. It's a mouthful. But on top of that, something Aaron Style, for fact, when I was going to do Aaron Style, I said, let's have kids 10 and under get in for free, just so that they can come and experience this and get to see what the pros are doing. Then we have a learn to ride area, so they can see what's happening, get inspired, go try it themselves. And then we had amazing cross promotion with Mammoth, where if you buy a ticket, you get a free lift pass to Mammoth. So now it's the kids came, they saw it, they tried it, they love it, and now look, they can go to the mountain. It's that next step. And I'm from the beach in California. I've never lived in the mountains my entire snowboarding career. As one of the best riders, I don't know, it's weird calling myself that, but it's just amazing to come from that type of environment and to kind of pass that on for the next generation and get more new and fresh faces in the sport would be nice. So that's kind of my little give back there.
I love it, man. Yeah. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for all that you do. Thanks for being here. Congratulations on all the success. Everybody check out Shaun this week, Super Pipe Finals.
Thursday night.
Aaron Style next month in LA. And of course, check out White Space, wherever you can find the hottest clothes in the world.
Right on.
Thanks again.
Hey,
we're taking a quick break. We're going to be back with more on Après right after this.